Hello guys, I have an ice cream cone here with me. If you don't know, I didn't actually tell you this before. I have ice cream cones in my house. I have drumsticks. And I really just got one from my fridge. Because I have not eaten, I've been busy all day, and it's actually been only 2 hours, but I've actually, had a lot of work to do today. So, I'm having an ice cream cone, and I'm going to be recording this right away. So, welcome back to another moment with you. I'm going to be eating this cone. Anyway. Remember, right, we're nearing the end of Yuri's episode because of how the ending of Yuri's episode went, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been 3 episodes. It may have been 3 episodes, but that was literally yesterday morning for me. So yeah, if it ends the same way, then this episode should be the end of Yuri's part. Then on Monday, when I'm recording this, I'm recording this on Monday because I take Sundays off, just so you guys know. On Monday, I will be recording Natsuki's. Well, the first 2 episodes, and Thursday, then Tuesday, I'll finish her up, and we'll figure out then if there's an extra Monica episode or not. And if there isn't, then we'll start a new series, which will... the mod I didn't want to play. Alright, let's go, guys. Let's get into this. Oh, it's load game. I'm done. I'm starting off right on Saturday, right after the Sayori stuff happened, where she just left the house. By the way, I'm looking at my phone. It's 1:39 in the morning. I wasted 81% of my battery. Anyway, well, my Saturday is half over, but it feels like it's been going on too long. Sayori came over this morning, like we agreed, and our time together was interesting. You can say that again. I remember that now, because what happened now? She was acting kind of weird when she came over, but eventually she mellowed out, and we're having a plenty good time. Then we had an awkward encounter. That ended with her freaking out, running off crying. I really wish I knew what was going on with her. I wanted to help with whatever was bothering her, but I don't know how if I don't know what it is. At any rate, Yuri should come over this afternoon, so I really have to go talk to Sayori. She left her bag here when she ran out, so maybe I can use that excuse to talk to her later. I grab a quick lunch to tidy up my room some more while I talk to Yuri. I sit in my room waiting for her while I try to sort out everything that just happened. As I try to piece everything together, I notice the time. It's well past time for Yuri to be here, yet I haven't heard a knock on the door, nor have I received a text. I wonder if I'm keeping her. I glanced out my upstairs window and find my answer. Yuri's standing near my front door, not quite on my porch. She has 2 bags on the ground next to her. One of these appears to be for the decorations repairing. I'm not sure what is in the other one. I decided to sit and watch her to see what she'll do. She acts like she's talking to someone, even though there's nobody out there with her. I can see her mouth things like hello, as well as my name. After a moment, she gets flustered and fumbles with her hands some more. Then she stares over. Hello, Hope. I'm glad to be here. It's the best I can make out. Over and over she does this. It takes me a moment to realize that she's building up courage to knock on my door. By the way, I want this ice cream again. Fuck all that busker. I decide to take pity on her. I head downstairs and open the door. I act like I'm just stepping out for a moment and I expect to see her. Oh, there you are, Yuri. I'll just check my mail. Oh, Hope. What a surprise. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be since this is your house after all. Well, it would make sense to find me in my own house. Yuri lets out a small nervous laugh. She's holding her hands behind her back, but I can see that she is fiddling with the back part of her sweater. Saying, aren't you a little warm in the outfit? Oh, this? I'm a bit cold-natured, and I don't want to inconvenience you by dictating the temperature of your house. So I decided to dress warmly, just in case. After all, if it got too warm, I could always just take layers off. Not that I'm planning to take my clothes off. Oh, gosh, I didn't mean... Oh, dear. I can't help but laugh a little at Yuri's predicament. I can't either. Or walk around fucking who's editing this now anymore. Considering, they're mischievous little fuckers. Either one of them or the comments are belating me on eating. I haven't had lunch yet. Fuck off. I'm not even joking. I haven't eaten all day. First thing I ate fucking ice cream. It's fine, Yuri. I understand what you mean. Let me help you with this. Get this outside. I take the bag of art supplies while Yuri picks up the other bag and we head on in. I take the supplies up to my room while Yuri follows me behind. She doesn't say anything, but I kind of feel her anxiety. She seems like she's trying really hard to keep her breathing steady. A battle that seems to be losing the closer we get to my room. We head into my room and I set down the supplies. Yuri stomps on my doorway for a second, seemingly hesitant to come inside. So Yuri and I worked on the flyers in my room earlier today. I assumed we could do the same. I noticed how Yuri is acting. I'm so familiar to Yuri that I didn't think twice about having her in my room earlier. But I suppose I should consider how Yuri feels since I don't know her as well. If you'd be more comfortable in the living room, we could move there. It's no problem. No, that's okay. No, it's okay. I'm okay. This'll be fine. Alright. As long as you're okay with it. Would you like anything to drink? Some water would be nice. Sure thing, I'll be right back. I head downstairs and grab Yuri a glass of water. I have to admit, Yuri's timid behavior is somewhat refreshing compared to how manic Yuri was earlier. I feel like I don't have anything to worry about since she's so shy. Maybe this afternoon will go more smoothly? Alright. When I walk back into my room, I see Yuri is inspecting the top of my desk. I'm glad I did some cleaning before she came over. She probably forgot the pile of manga and anime stats that usually cluttered that desk. Hopefully she doesn't look in the closet. Do you mind if I plug something in here? Sure, what is it? Yuri reaches out her bag and pulls out a small oval-shaped device with a nozzle on top as well as a small pouch. So the other bag was a tea set. Speaking of which, I have tea right here. Oh, I thought it was a tea set. I would have thought it was a tea set initially. Like, think about this. A small oil-shaped device. Oh, like an oil-shaped device. You think about like a tea kettle or something like that, with a nose on top. Like, that's what I think. The small pouch I didn't really understand, but I was like, maybe it was like a tea bag or something. I don't know. That's what my thought was. You can't bully me. Fuck you! Ow! My fucking hand! Meanwhile, because you guys are bullying me, I mean the rest of this fucking cone. Well, I'm gonna do that. Have fun with that, you fuckers. I use it to help me get into a creative state of mind. I put a bit of oil in it and infuse it into the air. Each oil is tied to a different feeling or mood. I figured that's in... Okay, also in my defense, in the original game it's like it's a spear thing, not an oval thing. So that's why I didn't assume oil diffuser the first time. It's its sphere last time. No, cylinder. Shit, it was cylinder last time. What the fuck was it? And I'm not playing back to the original game. Fuck that shit.
She pulls a few candles in a wooden cylinder shaped object.
I'll figure that since we're creating decorations, a bit of jasmine oil will help stir a bit of the creative spirit inside of us. Oh, I'm sorry. Aromatherapy. Astro, what the fuck is wrong with me? Aromatherapy is a bit of a hobby of mine. I'm sorry that sounds strange, or if I'm talking about it too much, or it's fine, Yuri. I like hearing you talk about things you like. Go ahead. I know I could use all the creative help I can get. Okay. Yuri takes the small bottle out of the pouch and pours it into the diffuser and turns it on. A small cloud of mist sprays silently from the nozzle. In a moment, the room was filled with a slight sweet smell. It's pretty subtle, and in a moment my nose adjusts and I don't notice it quite as much. Oh, well, what do you think? I haven't noticed a change just now, but Yuri really seems to be looking for approval. Yeah, I guess I'm feeling a bit more creative. Yuri smiles and claps her hands. Wonderful. I was thinking about having some oil diffusing during our poetry representation. With the right oils, we can really enhance our presentation and transport our guests to a faraway land. Yuri's really taking this decoration job seriously. Oh, this? This one is one of my favorites. I picked it up at a specialty store a few months ago. I'd been eyeing it for a while, and I finally managed to save enough money to get it. I was captivated by the intricate designs of the handle, and I love the way they continue, uninterrupted, on the blade. That's a very unusual design choice, and I really admire the artist for the way it was made. This is the crown jewel of my collection. Collection? You own more than one of these? Oh, well. And suddenly, the confident air displaces, and Yuri returns to her nervous habits. Yes, I own several. She's suddenly quiet. I know it's an unusual thing to collect knives, and has led to some unfortunate rumors about me. But it's something that I enjoy. There's something about them that entices me. Perhaps it's a combination of... Fuck, I didn't read that shit. It's perhaps a combination of beauty and danger. I just... looking at them. I hope you don't think I'm strange, do you? I don't know if I could... She's getting really upset. I can tell that this is something she doesn't share with a lot of people. My nose and stuff. I have to admit, it's kind of a strange hobby. And I really understand it. Wait, sorry, I was looking at a thing. But I think I should respect that this is something she's shown me. Yuri. The other day I watched an anime about a boy that changes into a girl when he splashes with water. I'm about to graduate high school and I go to conventions and dress like a 15-year-old girl with superpowers. And I stand up and head over to my closet. I open the door to a crack, reach inside, and pull out a figurine to show to Yuri. There's an intricately detailed mecha with angel wings and a long pole arm and weapon. I own 3 of these. One of them is gold-plated. I choose not to say how much they cost. I return the figurine to the closet and sit back next to Yuri. So if you want to be weird, that's fine. I'm weird too. Nothing wrong with us being weird together, right? Yuri looks at me in stunned silence for a moment, and it gives me the warmest smile I've ever seen her give. She almost looks like she's about to cry. Oh, Hope. That means so much to me. Wow, I can only imagine how she would have reacted if I said I wanted to start collecting knives too. I'm not really sure where to go from here, so, do you mind if I take a look at it? Oh, sure. Yuri turns the knife around so the blade is facing away from me. I take it from the handle and carefully lay it. I hit my fucking mic. I think that just picked up shit. And carefully lay it across my open hand. I thought the handle would feel like plastic looking at it from afar, but I'm surprised to find it's actually all made of metal. It's surprisingly heavy. The design is more... Okay, so... the blade is nearly a foot long. You're surprised it's heavy? Wait, is it the whole knife that's nearly a foot long, or is it the blade that's nearly a foot long? Because either way, that's pretty fucking heavy. Sorry, I was bullying Walker about 200 chicken nuggets. If you watch Walker streams, you'll know what I mean. Ouch! Oh! Good job, Pope. What else did I expect from touching a knife blade? I started to move my hand towards my thumb to suck it off when he grabs my wrist. What are you doing? You shouldn't put an open wound in your mouth. Here, let me. Yuri took my hand, puts my hand up. Wait, she's telling me not to put... Do you not remember last time? We were in this room? She put my finger in her mouth. There, I understand now. Please, I do not want to get bullied. It is too early in the day for that shit. Also, I'm scared of what might happen. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. So I'm on stress mode right now. Yuri turns my hand palm up and reaches in her bag. She pulls out a small plastic bag with a few bottles full of liquid, some gauze patches, and band-aids in it. Why does she have that? Did she anticipating me to cut my finger? It takes me a second to realize that it is a makeshift first aid kit. Yuri takes out a bottle and pours some clear liquid into a gauze pad. This might sting a little. She pats it on my finger. And sure enough, I felt a stinging sensation on my thumb. It must be rubbed with alcohol. I need to disinfect the wound. After she is done doing that, she waves her hand above my finger to dry it. Then she takes the band-aid out of the bag and applies it to my finger. There, that should do it. Thanks. So, do you carry your first aid kits with you everywhere? She's awfully flustered for such a simple question. I'm on my own a lot, and no one ever can be too careful. After all, with a knife collection and all, you never know when. She looks down and is suddenly quiet. When I follow her eyes, I realize why. Yuri's still holding on to my hand. She's been holding on to it ever since she applied the bandage. For a moment, we're frozen in time, holding hands together. Then Yuri pulls away quickly and turns away, blushing brightly. Well, I suppose we should get started then. Yeah, I think we should. I suppose that's it for that little moment. After all, we're about to working on our projects for festival. I continue to prepare it's faux. I continue to prepare for the faux nightlight while Yuri sets the calligraphy brush to write kanji characters on the origami paper. After a while, I finish my job and get up all the construction paper. Yuri doesn't seem to notice I'm done, so I decide. Sorry, I'm doing that noise because nails is pretty fucking stuffed. I'm not gonna blow it out. I'm fucking mid-recording, man. So I decide to sit and watch her write a little bit. Her handwriting is immaculate, and I'm quickly mesmerized by the fluid, graceful motions of her hand. As I watch her write, my gaze is drawn to her arm, up her arm to her face. She is lost in concentration and focuses on the intricate character she's drawing. She has carefully tucked her hair back over her shoulder. After a moment, she glances at me. Our eyes meet. I feel a rush of warmth spread over my face. Time seems to lose all meaning as we hold each other's gazes. Slowly, Yuri's mouth curls up to a smile unlike any smile she has given me before. I smile back. I'm suddenly aware that I'm breathing heavily. I can feel my heart racing inside my chest. Is this the effect of the jasmine oil? Or perhaps Yuri finishes writing her character, not once breaking eye contact with me. I feel like the air between us has been charged somehow, almost as if.
Electric chair.
Thank you, Hope. You're such a gentleman. Well, I try. I'm suddenly aware how close I am to Yuri. I'm not sure when we got this close. Perhaps when I was moved over to hand her the inkwell. Neither of us have averted our eyes from each other for even a moment. I mean, her eyes are closed. I think she's averted her eyes. Not like she's moved them to look somewhere else, but she's averted her eyes. Her eyes narrow slightly as she moves closer to me. Yes, Hope? I can feel her warm breath on my lips as she says those words. Maybe it's my imagination, but I swear her eyes glance down at my mouth for just a second. My head is swimming. It's getting hard to think straight. What did she put in that diffuser? Or is it the diffuser at all? Without thinking, I reach up to wrap my fingers around her hand to take it in mine. She pulls my hand gently close towards the left side of her face. I extend my fingers easily to caress her cheek. She laughs softly. That's my line, Hope. I can tell that I'm blushing. I know I've been intrigued by Yuri since the day I met her. Is this what I want? I continue to stroke her cheek as I move closer, preparing to widen the gap between us. Yuri closes her eyes and raises her mouth towards mine. As my heart pounds on my chest, I start to close my eyes. When suddenly, I notice a white-black streak of ink on the left side of Yuri's face, as well as a wet blank streak that's streaking down her hand. Oh! The ink! What? Oh! At the moment, okay. We're having a good moment here, man.
Electric chair.
No! Yuri jerks her arm away suddenly. She looks at me with genuine fear in her eyes. Not her normal shy look, but a look full of terror. What did I do wrong? Why is she suddenly so afraid of me? Yuri, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. No, Hope. It's alright. I was just worried that the paper towels would make a bigger mess in your room is all. Why don't you get some washcloths? Sure thing. I stand up and head towards my room. Out of my room towards the bathroom. I take a moment to wash the ink off my hands and I return to the room with 2 wet washcloths. I hand one to Yuri so she clean off her shirt. I'm not sure what she got so jumpy about, but I figured she probably wants to clean her own clothes instead. I take the other washcloth and start cleaning up the spilled ink from the room. Luckily, none of the ink got on the origami paper. I managed to get the most of the ink off the floor. There's a few still dark spots, but I figure I can get those out with something stronger. Yuri's got on her sleeve mostly for ink. I need to get it washed as soon as I get home, but I don't think it'll stain. That's a relief. So you still got a little... Yuri still has a smart black mark on her cheek. Do you mind if I get it for you? I figure I should probably ask after what happened a moment ago. When I prepared for an extreme response, Yuri's answer is soft and reassuring. Please. And here is your thumbnail. Please accept it. Yuri is really fucking cute. I take the washcloth and rub it over the spot in Yuri's face. The ink wipes off clean just a few passes after I start to pull off my hand back. Before I can, however, Yuri reaches up and holds my hand towards her cheek. Could you, please, just keep it a few moments more? Oh, I don't know if you understand what you've done for me. The tone of her voice is soft but serious. Why? Get the fuck to your homes. It's lockdown time. Go away. It's hard for me to be around other people. Social interaction is a mystery that, quite frankly, I've never been able to fathom. I always imagined I would be alone for the rest of my life. But then you came. Like a white knight on his horse. Don't remind me of white knights. Please don't. Reddit has ruined them for me. And when I'm with you, the mystery finally makes sense. The fear, the anxiety, you can chase it all away. You're my muse hope. You're my pillar of strength. You are the cry of my heart. Jeez, it's just an afternoon making decorations. Oh, yes, Yuri? No, not this way. Decorations should be more public, don't you agree? Just like in a book? Yes? The festival then. I'm gonna write you a poem, Hope. I'll write you a poem and read it at the festival. Please, won't you look forward to it? Well, yeah, I guess I can do that. Very well. Farewell, my knight. Well, that was interesting. I wandered back to my house, suddenly tired after today's events. Both Yuri and Yuri were acting pretty weird today. Is it me? Why am I suddenly the center of everyone's attention? I don't know, but I just can't relate. I really can't. This is why I'm single. I'm not going to that. Fuck that shit. I grabbed some leftover pizza from my fridge and head back to my room. Speaking of which, I'll go grab. I'm kidding. I have a fucking talk with him. No sense in getting all my stuff back out since Austin's coming over tomorrow. Surely she'll be more level-headed, right? I decided to browse the internet while I eat my dinner. After checking in the latest anime news, a thought crosses my mind, and I pull up the Google search engine. Let me see. Jasmine oil. Derives from jasmine flower. Can be used to heal scarring, used to relieve stress, ease depression, and aphrodisiac. There it is. I'm learning how to read. Knowing for its libido-enhancing qualities, the jasmine flower is sometimes called the Queen of the Night. Well, okay then. Wow, what a day. I've been with both Sayori and Yuri today, and things just got weird. With both of them. Sayori ran her house crying. I feel like I should talk to her, but maybe I should let her be for now. Maybe I'll head over tomorrow after Natsuki leaves. And Yuri, she kept talking about faith and destiny and all that. She called seeing her White Knight. I get the impression she's seen someone here in one of those books. I'm a bit worried what's going on, what she's going to do at the festival on Monday. And I still have Natsuki coming over tomorrow. Who knows what that will bring. And how did I get in this mess in the first place? It's late, but I'm not tired. For the first time in, well, ever, I'm not in the mood for anime. I need to get out. Maybe a walk clear my head? What the hell? Night has already fallen. The city lights block out most of those stars. The moon is full and bright. My walk has been taking me away from the more densely populated part of the town and closer to the shore. The thoughts are swirling around my head as I try to make sense of the day. I'm worried about what the festival will bring. I come to care about these girls, my friends, and I have this terrible feeling this thing is going to hurt come Monday. Same. As I continue to walk, I notice that I left my neighborhood entirely, and I'm now walking by the beach. I stopped for a moment and admired the view. I can smell the salt in the. I didn't fucking read that. I can smell the salt. I can smell the salt in the air as the wind blows past my face. Thank you. The sound of waves crashing against the shoreline has a sort of calming effect on me. For a moment, my thoughts are quiet, and I lose myself in the hypnotic moment of the water. Suddenly, I notice I'm not alone on this beach. Farther out, closer to the water, stands a girl. Her back is turned to me, but I notice that she's wearing a school uniform. She has her arms crossed in front of her. Even though I can't see her face, I can tell from her posture that she's in deep thought. Curious on who could be out this late, I head out towards the water to investigate. It seems to me that the only person out this late are either causing trouble or running from it. I walk closer to the girl. As I approach her, I notice her long brown hair tied with a white ribbon. Suddenly, I realize who I'm out here with. Monica? She turns to face me. Sure enough, it is Monica. At first she looks surprised, maybe even afraid, when she knows she's alone on the beach. But when we make eye contact, her expression warms and a smile spreads across her face. Hope? What are you doing here? Well, it's been a long day with the festival preparations and all, so I felt like a walk might calm me down. Monica chuckles a little. Oh? I hope Yuri weren't too much for you to handle. Of course not. Everything went smoothly. I'm lying to my teeth, of course. But sitting in Monica's eyes tells me that she doesn't need to be burdened with any of my troubles. I can't put my finger on it, but she looks almost sad. Well, that's good to hear. I'm really sorry you got sad with all the festival preps this weekend, Hope. It's alright. I don't mind at all. At least, I wouldn't under normal circumstances. We stand there looking at each other for a moment, serenaded by the sound of the waves. Well, it's getting late. I guess I should be on my way. Actually, would you mind sitting here with me for a while? I could really use a friend. This is sudden. How could I refuse? Well, sure. Is everything alright? Let's just say it's been a trying weekend for me. That makes two of us. Monica sits down on the beach and puts her knees on her face. She stares out towards the ocean like she's She stares out the ocean like she's looking into another world. I sit down next to her and stare at the ocean myself. We don't say anything for a while, but I get the impression Monica needs the company more than she needs words. I don't know what's going on with her, but I guess she'll tell me in her own time. I come here to look at the ocean. The sound breaking the silence surprises me. Oh, really? Not the smoothest responses, but I was off guard. The ocean. It makes me think of so many things. Monica continues as if I hadn't said anything. The myriad of wonders contained within it. The land beyond it. What do you think the first explorers thought when they first attempted to cross the ocean? I get the feeling that I'm hearing a variety of things that Monica has thought but has never said out loud. It must have been an exciting time. The wonder and mystery of it all. In our modern world, the ocean is such an easy thing to traverse. By plane or by ship. But in those days, the ocean was this vast, insurmountable thing. Just an endless obstacle. Almost like the distance between two yearning hearts, wouldn't you agree? It almost sounds like you're missing someone, Monica. My response seems to surprise her. Oh? What do you mean by that? Well, the others have this theory that you have some secret lover, so Yuri is convinced that you're planning to run off and elope. That wouldn't happen to be what's going on with you, is it? I don't think that was intended to be funny, but it seems so snap out of mood. I don't have a boyfriend, Hope. In fact, I've never had a boyfriend. I've never even been kissed. Really? I find that hard to believe. Oh? What's that supposed to mean? Uh-oh. Well, I didn't mean... Don't worry about it. I'm just teasing you. I understand I'm popular with guys, but I've never really had time for a relationship like that. I'm actually not really good at relationships in general. My family moved around a lot when I was younger. I never had the same set of friends from year to year, so I guess I never really learned how to hold on to a long-term friendship. Instead, I just focused on my studies and my writing. I knew that I would have those no matter where I went. Wow. I never knew that about you, Monica. I'm sorry. Monica smiles at me. Don't be sorry for me, Hope. I know I missed out on some things, but I have no regrets about the life I've led. It made me to who I am. Who I am. Well, I'm glad you're here now, at any rate. Wistful look passes over Monica's face. Yes, I'm glad to be here. Anyway, it's getting late. You should probably head back to your house. You're right, I should go. Do you want me to walk you back to your house? No, I don't live far from here. I'll head home in a few minutes. But I appreciate the gesture all the same. Well, alright. It was nice talking to you. They both stand internally, and I turn to leave. Hope. Yeah, Monica? Thank you. Just for sitting and talking with you? Yes. Exactly what I needed tonight. You helped me a lot. More than you know. Well, I'm always glad to be of service. Monica smiles at me one last time, and I turn to head down the road that'll take me back to my house. Wait, what is this? Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Like, hello? Yes, I knew you'd call. Huh. Look, I'm sorry it's turned out like that. I really appreciate this, but it's so much. I just need time to clear my head. But don't worry, I'm just down at the beach. In fact, I ran into somebody. Who? His name's Hope. He's a friend from school. Anyway, I'll come home now. We have a lot we need to discuss. I love you too. Huh. So, there probably will be a fourth episode of the game, like a fourth part, of the mod, which is Monica's episode. Because the more we go into this, we're learning more about Monica's secrets, and we're just trying to figure out what she's hiding. So we could be learning more about her sometime. I'm not sure. Hope, where are you? Yuri? Are you gonna deliver your final poem? You've only been up there twice today, and your delivery is amazing. You really represent the literature club well. I think I want to express how articulate you are. I can't fucking spell. Things are winding down. You really need to give one last performance. Monica, I can't. I'm waiting for Hope. He needs to be here for my final poem. I want him to hear it. Yuri, I don't know if Hope's gonna make it. What? Why not? Well, something came up with Sayori. Sayori? How dare she monetize his time. She should be here helping us with the festival, instead of she spread help away with some sort of siren. I know you're upset, Yuri, but shouldn't be so hard on Sayori. Especially not today. Next time we see her, I plan to give her a piece of my mind. I sincerely hope you do, Yuri. More than you know. Oh! There he is! Oh, Hope! Now and forever. Monica, I'm ready. Alright, break a leg, Yuri. Hope over here. Oh no. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad you decided to learn more about our little club. As you know, we're holding a poetry today. And while I have recited a few of my own, I've been waiting for the right time to recite this one. Poetry is a window that allows you to look deep into the soul of a person. The act of writing a poem is personal, even an intimate experience. I once considered the possibility of sharing that experience obscene, but now, because of one person, I am inspired to share a piece of myself with all of you. As I am a very private person, it has been difficult for me, but this person inspired me to become more and more than I thought I could. I have written this poem specifically about you. I pray that it might mean as much as it means to me. She opened her mouth to say something, but the look on my face told her everything I needed to know. She walked past the room, straight to me. The tenderness of my hair illuminated beneath the amber cloud. Bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses his path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting shadows to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his hand. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against my outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? She puts her arm around me and held me close to her. I couldn't release my hands to hug back. I was utterly drained and defeated. Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is my heart. I suddenly realize the room is silent. I glance at Yuri, confused. Her eyes are fixed on me and Monica. I take a moment, but I realize she's seen, and her face telling me exactly what she's thinking. The crowd notices the abrupt end to Yuri's poem. What's going on? Why did she stop? Hey, is there more? You just stand there as long as you want. I like looking at you, babe. Cutie, you seem tense. You need something to calm you down. Want to borrow my pen? I mean, I'm willing to help. Hey! Leave her alone, jackass! What'd you call me, shrimp? Shrimp! Buddy, I'm hardly the smallest thing in this room. Fuck. Smallest. Hey! I'm sorry, everyone. Yuri! Oh no. Yuri, this is all my fault. I should go talk to her. No, Monica. I think I need to do it. Hope. Are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, Sayori. No, it's fine. I think Yuri understands her feelings towards me more than I understand my feelings towards her. And maybe I should have respected that more. I don't know. But I think she'll listen to me more than she'll listen to you. She will you, Monica. Okay. Just be careful with her. Yuri ran out of the club room. I saw her turn and head towards the hallway in the opposite direction, the way I normally enter. I think this hallway is reserved for honor students. I've never been down it. None of the clubs are using this hallway for festivals, so it's partially dark and deserted. Yuri? My mind wanders as I search for Yuri. I have so many unresolved feelings for each of the girls. I've never been popular and suddenly find myself in the center of attention of so many pretty girls. What's making pretty feel good already, honest, hey? It's really thrilling at first. It's kind of being a star in my own harem anime. Or dating sim. But as much time as I spend with them, I've learned more about who they are. I found that I care about them each. I care about each of them deeply. Now I'm afraid that I'll hurt Yuri simply by knowing her, just like Sayori. I pull thoughts of Sayori out of my head. I can't think of her now. I have to find Yuri. Yuri, please, I just want to talk to you. Yet I turn to the corner and hear a soft voice nearby. I clearly make out the words. The only one I hear clearly is stupid, but the voice definitely belongs to Yuri. As I hear muffled sobs between the quiet words. My heart sinks. I hesitate and consider maybe I should let her be. Perhaps it'd be safe if I give her space. But suddenly, I think of Sayori again. Turn the corner slowly. Yuri, it's me. Listen, everyone. Oh! I did not expect that noise. Yuri, you're bleeding. Sorry, it wasn't moving for a second. What the hell? Yeah, because I wasn't moving for a second. I was bleeding. Yuri pulls down her sleeves, hiding the bloody gashes on her arms. Hope, don't look at me, please. I'm too stunned to say anything. I would never have suspected. It's all right. I'm fine. Really, I am. I think in the back of my mind, I knew you wouldn't feel that way about me. But you and Monica, she's wonderful. You two make such a wonderful Yuri. It's fine. It really is. You two go off and be happy. Don't worry about me. Before I can say anything, Yuri turns around and runs away from me, down the opposite direction. Goodbye, Hope. Goodbye. The words echo in my mind, repeating over and over. First in Yuri's voice, then in Sayori's. The voice swells inside my head. A sympathy of chaos and anger. I feel faint. I say to myself, putting my hand on the wall. Yuri. It's Yuri. Why? As her names mix with the horrified goodbyes adding to the misery inside my head, I find my saying hand ball into a fist. I punch my hand against the wall again and again, lightly at first, but stronger at each blow, until my knuckle spears in pain in the small spot on the wall. I have been punching, now bears imprinting my arm. I want my fist. I want to scream. I want to shout out. But in the end, all I can manage is to whimper. Why? Why am I cursed like this? Why must I hurt people I love? Yuri. It's Yuri. I've caused you both so much pain. I slump on the floor in a cruised sheep. Now, I've lost you both on the same day. Alone in my self-loathing, I close my eyes, praying for a comfort I know I couldn't find. Don't tell me that's how it ends. What happened to Sayori? I open my eyes. Yuri's standing there before me. I didn't see her this morning. I came to school anyway, and Monica found a note she had written. A suicide note. Yuri gasped. Oh no. So I ran to her house, and found her in a room, hanging. I'm not lying, reliving that, is actually bringing some tears in my eyes. Yuri covers her mouth with her hands as realization comes to her face. She suddenly lowers herself to the floor until she's on level with me, while keeping some space between us. I got her down, took her to the hospital, and now, my voice quivers as it grows softer. I don't know if my friend is dead or alive. I begin to weep. For the first time today, tears stream down my face as the mass of emotions the day has carried finally catch up to me. Yuri sits silently and watches me. I'm slightly aware of her actions. She has moved her hands from her mouth and started to reach for me, but she handily pulls back, as if unsure what to do. I continue to cry for a few moments, while Yuri sits across from me, seemingly in a form of stalemate within her own mind. After a while, I manage to compose myself slightly. I know how you feel about me, Yuri. I know you think I'm some kind of hero, some tower of strength like in your books. But I'm not. I'm not your hero. I'm not your white knight. I can't save you. I can't save anyone. I spread my arms slightly. This is all I am. I'm just a broken shell of a human being. I'm weak. I'm pathetic. And I'm... Get yourself together. Get yourself together. Oh my God. And I'm beautiful. Huh? What? Beautiful. You're beautiful. You are a storybook hero. You are a concrete or an invincible knight. You're a regular person. You have limits. And today, I watched you push yourself past those limits in service of those you care about. You came to the... So, growing up, I was, like, similar to the main character. Like, I was never seen myself as something greater. Like, I seen myself as less than people. And I still do to this day. But, growing up, dealing with my depression, I usually faked my own happiness a lot and just pushed myself to just push down those emotions more and more on a daily basis. And and usually I was really good at it. And it wasn't until after I graduated high school when I met my friends, like a lot of people I met over the years doing this, recording videos. When I met people like B or Beanie or Walker or Iris or Logan or anyone, where even though I still faked it, I felt like I'd finally be myself around them. But I still kept on pushing those emotions away. Eventually till the point where I became a shell on myself. And I no longer saw myself to be like anyone else. I was lonely. I still am lonely. But and I always push myself past my own limits. And even though I'd break down, I would still continue to do it over and over because I thought no one would care. But after meeting everyone I've met, I did realize that everyone does care. And although I still can't bring myself to believe it, even though I'm nearly age 22, and even though I don't talk to many of the people I used to before, I'm really glad to know that there are people that care, that want me to be safe, that know that I'm only human, I can't really, and that it's okay if I break down. Because I know deep down that they care, even though my mind keeps telling me they don't. I'm so sorry for everything I've done in life. I feel so bad for everything I've caused. I feel for any pain I've caused, for any discomfort, any sadness. It's all my fault. And when I played this game, it made me finally realize how bad it was for me to hide my emotions. When I played the original game, I finally realized how bad it was, how extremely horrible it was mentally to how I've hid my emotions. And while playing this mod, it opened up more and more on me having to ask for help, and that I really should have long beforehand. I shouldn't have tried to hide away. I was just so fearful of everyone judging me that I couldn't help to bring myself to ask anyone for help. That's why I always hid myself. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of information to handle right now, but I really needed to let it out. Let's get back to the video. You came to the edge of where you can matter, and went further because others needed you. And I think that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Again, she timidly reaches out of her hand. She's hesitant, as if she's afraid to cross an unseen barrier that exists between us. Finally, she reaches out her arm the rest of the way until her hand rests on mine. As she reaches towards me, her arm stifles out of her sleeve, exposing her wounds. She abandoned it when she pulled down earlier, so it was just hanging loosely on her arm. She tenderly wraps her fingers around my hand. Her touch is soft and comforting. Oh, Hope, your hand. As Yuri says that, I realize dull pink over my left hand for the first time. Yuri turns my hand over and spreads it all flat. There are small glass shards embedded in my hand. I realized that they came from Yuri's glass butterfly when I smashed it onto her desk. I'm now bleeding from the wounds. I must have pushed the shards deeper when I clenched my fist just now. No hesitation. Yuri pulls out her knife from the spot in the middle of her jacket. It isn't the same knife we used when she came in the house. The knife is smaller and more plain. I realize this knife is part of her ding collection. I can only assume she carries it in her sleeve when she goes. Today, I could have asked what kind of pain she must feel every day to decide that what she has to resort to that. But now, my numb state. She also produces her first aid kit. She quickly removes a small cloth from her kit, as well as some disinfectant wipes and rubbing alcohol. She puts her small amount of alcohol on the cloth and then wipes the blade of the knife clean. What are you doing? Yuri looks at me with sadness in her eyes. You're hurting. Let me take care of you. Please. I don't entirely understand what she's doing, but I know I want the pain to stop. I nod my head, and Yuri continues. I gently rub one of the wipes across the palm of my hand. Again, I feel the same sensation. Yuri then holds my hand as she carefully scrapes the edge of the blade alongside my palm. I'm a little afraid at first, but the way Yuri is holding the knife deep keeps from I'm not gonna go back. The blade dislodges some of the glass shards in its path. They fall onto the floor with the hardened teardrops. Yuri places the blade away from my hand 3 times. When she's finished, all but a few deeply embedded pieces of glass have been removed. Yuri puts the knife down and reaches for her kit. All I'm out of bandages. Undaunted, she reaches down and tears a strip of cloth off the bottom of her skirt. She wraps the piece of cloth around my hand, tying it loosely over my palm. This she do until you have your hand like that. Yuri. When she's finished, she holds her hands for a moment above my head. Slowly, she moves them towards my face, and gently places her hand on my cheek. I'm making eye contact with Yuri, and it's her first time that she is crying. We sit and stare at each other for some time. Neither of us say a word. Not very necessary. Finally, Yuri breaks the silence. You say you're broken. I'm broken too. You say you're weak. I know what weakness feels like. If you are spent, you have nothing left to give. Then lean on me, and I'll lean on you. Together, perhaps we'll find a way to heal our broken spirits. For the second time in many days, time stands still between me and Yuri. I almost feel the weight of being taken on my shoulders. It's almost like we need each other, if only for this moment. From that day forward, for the rest of my life, I never felt more connected to another person as I did in that hallway. 2 months later, Monica and I sit in the club room, alone together. It's been like this for some time now. Ever since the day of the festival, our club was said to be cursed. I don't know if the other students seriously believe that, but I have a good argument that they did. Monica? Sorry, I was thinking. I really wanted to go to this club before I graduated, as a way to leave something behind, I guess. But now, with Yuri in the hospital, and Yuri at counselor's meetings half the time, and Natsuki, our literature club has particularly become a literature duo. I guess things didn't work out the way I planned, did they? Monica, I'm really sorry. I can't help to feel it's my fault. Don't blame yourself, Hope. You didn't cause anything. Sometimes life just isn't fair. and there's anything you can do about it. Besides, I still love you. Monica smiles warmly at me. Oh, that night on the beach 2 months ago. There's something that much I want to. Oh, Yuri! Yuri had come into the clubroom so quickly the neighbors had noticed her. Hello, Monica. Hope. Hello, Yuri. I'm glad to see you, but I thought you'd be counselors on Fridays. Normally I do, but I have a special second session this weekend, so I was able to make it to a literature club today. Well, it's always a pleasure to have you, Yuri. I'm really glad you can make it today, Yuri. Yuri glances at me and smiles. Ever since the day of the festival, Yuri and I haven't spoken much. She completely stopped coming to the literature club for about a month after. For the last months, however, she's been present about half the time. I know she's attending her counseling sessions, but I don't know if she's comfortable discussing them. I've been trying to keep the conversation light when we do talk. We discuss books and poetry, and she seemed pleased when I finally finished Portrait of Markov, when we discussed anything deep since that day. How would you two like some tea? Yuri, I won't turn down any of your tea. Great. Hope, would you mind helping me get the water? Oh, sure thing, Yuri. Don't take long, you two. Yuri and I walk slowly down the hallway. Neither never say anything. The air becomes somewhat heavy, as the absence of conversation becomes more and more apparent. We approach the water fountain and pass on by, as we both understand that getting water for tea wasn't the point of this walk. We turn the corner in the next hallway, which is now deserted. I realize this is the place where I found Yuri at the festival 2 months ago. Hope, there's so many things I want to say, and I'm slowly learning how to say them. Yuri looks at the floor for a moment, as if she's trying to collect her thoughts. I decided to help her out. Well, why don't you start by telling me how your counselors have been for the past 2 months? Alright. Yuri takes a deep breath. As you know, I've started seeing a counselor after the incident at the festival. After we talked a while, he decided that I suffer from social anxiety disorder. I might have that. I'm not going to self-diagnose myself though, but I'm going to go speak to a specialist about that because I'm not sure. I don't know. So I'm going to look up the symptoms for me. I probably will look at it myself, but I don't know. Sorry, I'm just like in a really emotional mood right now. I've always had trouble connecting with other people, and my conditions means I had to suffer an insurmountable amount of fear regards of social situations. This type of phobia, like a fear of enclosed spaces or certain types of animals. Apparently people with my condition tend to shut themselves off completely, as if they don't learn how to cope with the anxiety in a healthy manner. That relates to me way too much actually. This isn't even a joke. Yuri reaches up and rubs the top of her arm, and it should be obvious that you developed a coping habit. It should obvious to you that I developed a coping habit that is anything but healthy. My counselor assigned a number of achievements for me. First off, with damage, I'm usually deciding that I need to get rid of my knife collection. I was using them to harm myself, and we both agreed that regardless of how well my treatment goes, having them there would be something of a temptation for me that I don't need. I need to look forward, not back. So I sold my knives to another collector. I admit I never understood the appeal of knives she had for Yuri, but I know how hard it would be for me to get rid of my anime collection. I'm sorry, Yuri. I know how hard it must have been for you, but I'm proud you did it for yourself. You're doing it. You smile sweetly. Thank you. It isn't so bad. I do feel a small weight has been taken off me. Also think that I take up collecting spoons instead. She giggles slightly at that. I'm not sure if she's serious or not, but I return a slight chuckle. My counselor has also started cognitive behavior therapy sessions with me as well. I'm learning healthier ways to cope with the fear I carry. I've been reciting some of my poetry to my counselor. Admittedly, that's been fairly easy. Yuri looks away and blushes. When I recite, I actually think about how easy it was to recite poems to you. I feel my face flush warm, and lately, he's been pairing me up with a girl who has similar problems to me. She goes to a special school in another town. She was badly burnt when she was a child, and her self-conscious over her burns made it difficult for her to interact with other people. Yuri again rubs her forearms. Then, I guess she and I are both scarred. But our counselors thought it would be good for us to have group therapy together. Our first session was somewhat awkward. Neither of us spoke much, but slowly I learned we opened up to each other. She taught me how to play chess, and I've shown her the wonders of a good cup of tea. I feel like I have made a new friend. Yuri beams with pride. That's awesome, Yuri. It sounds like you've made great strides in the past few months. Yuri continues to smile at me. You've always been so kind and supportive, Hope. And that's why I feel like I owe you an apology. Yuri, you don't need to apologize for anything. Yes, I do. When we met, I quickly developed feelings for you. I didn't completely understand those feelings. I'm still comprehending them, to be honest. But due to my lack of understanding, I placed you on a pedestal that was too much high for anyone to climb. I made you into a perfect version of what I wanted you to be, and it wasn't fair for either of us. I am truly sorry for that. Yuri, like I said, there's nothing to apologize for. I've always been coping with the feelings I don't understand. Sometimes, I think if I had been less accused in those feelings 3 months ago, and everything would. No, don't say that. Yuri quickly reaches out and places my hand on hers. Her touch is more firm than it was before. I'm surprised how much more confident she is now. She glances away from her moment and blushes, but she doesn't remove her hands. I truly believe that our hearts beat in tandem. Ever since that special moment 2 months ago, I could believe nothing less. I don't know if that means we're destined for each other, or it means that our paths are simply crossed for now. But whatever the future holds, I'm a better person today because I've met you. Never forget that. Yuri's words touched me deeply. I've never been out loud, but I'm actually fighting back tears. I can't cry, of course. I have a tough guy image to maintain. Yuri releases my hand and reaches into her bag. She pulls out a package wrapped in blue paper. I don't feel like it's right for me to pursue a closer relationship with you, Hope. I finally learned who I am. I feel like I have a way to go before I am ready to ask that. But I don't want to be completely apart from you either. This Saturday, I'm going to be going to the beach myself. My counselor feels like this would be a good exercise for me now that I've been progressing. I'm supposed to be alone and to learn more about myself, but a sly grin spreads across Yuri's lips. I think I found a small way to cheat, as it were. At noon on Saturday, open a package and follow the instructions inside. I think you'll understand them. She hands me a package and I agree to her terms. Noon Saturday, not a moment before. The rest of the day seems to drag on until Saturday morning. Normally I'd be entertaining myself with the usual regimen of games and anime, but today I'm too busy watching the clock. The hours tick away until it finally hits noon. I quickly tear open the package. Inside is a large book, but the cover is of a woman of a Victorian dress standing in a large iron gate. It is night, with large full moon partially obscured by clouds. The title is written in large fancy letters, silver letters, The Night and the Fury. I flip over to read the back. Apparently it's about a woman who resolves to break free from the restrictions of an overbearing 19th century society by joining up with a group of werewolf hunting vigilantes. I open up the cover and find a small note tucked inside. I open up the note and read it out loud. Hope. I feel like this book might have some parallels in my own journey. I'll begin reading it on the beach at noon on Saturday. When you read it with me, perhaps we can discuss it when next we meet. Yuri. Of course, Yuri pick out a book like this. I start reading the first chapter. Comforted in the knowledge that even though Yuri and I may be separated by distance, the space between us is never greater than the turn of a page. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalms 147:3. That was the end of the mod of this one? Ah, damn. That one actually really got to me. I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that one really got to me, emotionally. And I wasn't even joking when I was crying, like, I was just telling you guys the truth. I was being, like, full on honest with you all. I don't know, like, finally something broke inside of me. I don't know, I just... yeah. Normally I'd be cheerful right now, but I finished crying, like, I don't know, half an hour ago while recording this. I don't know if that's gonna be in the video or not. I don't know what the fuck's happening, so next time we'll be doing Natsuki's and about how, like, I went from slightly emotional from the first one to outright crying. I'm assuming that I'm gonna be bawling when I'm done with Natsuki's. Yeah. So I'll see you guys next time with a brand new video. And take care, everyone. Bye.